I think Spencer Pratt might win the mayoral race in Los Angeles.
The last time a reality television star who was politically incorrect ran for office, he ended up all the way at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And Spencer Pratt is reminding me of the saying, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. He has all the makings. I don't even have to use the Donald Trump example. He has the charisma of Mamdani, AOC, Trump. He has that outsider, anti-establishment energy, and he is good at harnessing attention. He is running, tactically speaking, a very nimble, agile, smart campaign. I can tell that campaign is not being governed by committee. My guess is it's a very small team of 5 to 6 people who, just like Trump in 2016, are able to move a lot faster than bloated political consultant type campaigns. And Spencer, people are saying they don't like his politically correct, comments. So in the debate the other night, people said he was offensive maybe when he was suggesting that Nithya Raman go ask people who are homeless under the freeway for treatment. They were going to get stabbed in the neck, and people were really offended by that. Well, guess what? In Venice, California today, we had a man get his arm sliced off with a samurai sword. So Spencer Pratt, it looks like, is way more in touch with reality than the rest of the candidates on that stage.
Just like what Donald Trump did nationally in his campaign, Spencer Pratt is trying to lead a common sense revolution in Los Angeles, which has been bereft of that for a very long time. Instead of saying, yeah, you know what, Democrats in California, they've lost the plot. They've ushered in the third world to the formerly most prosperous state in the union, so blessed in terms of natural resources and topographical beauty, industry. The left is now calling Spencer Pratt a con man.
People want common sense.
Is this common sense for real? Like, as an LA voter, as someone that will vote for mayor in Los Angeles, I'm telling you, this is the opposite of common sense. This is so embarrassing. I am so exhausted of being surrounded by this level of idiocy. It is not. This guy is not practical. His man's plan was to live off his reality fame. When that dwindled, he wanted to be an influencer. When that dwindled, he tried to make his wife a singer. It didn't work, so now he's going to be mayor of LA. He says he's going to end corruption. How? He says he's going to have no more homeless. How? He says he's going to have renters' rights. How? I'm so sick of having politicians come in here with zero experience telling us they're going to fix everything. Have we learned nothing?
What this very angry leftist seems to be forgetting is that Spencer Pratt has a personal stake in LA getting redeemed. His outrage is coming from an authentic place. He already has immense credibility with voters in LA, many of whom are still reeling from the fires, which Democratic leadership did nothing to stop. And what was worse was their response to the fires. Regulations have made it very difficult to rebuild homes, all under the guise of environmental protection. Spencer Pratt has also lived in the Palisades for his whole life. He's seen not just the fire mismanagement, but the out-of-control crime, unsafe streets, and the derelict government firsthand. No doubt he's resonating with a lot of parents who are trying to raise families in this ridiculously inhospitable environment.
These people are evil that let every innocent person that pays their taxes feel unsafe on their streets that they pay taxes for. A lot of people don't have money to do things because they pay all their taxes, like me, and then the city and the government fails them. And whether your house burns down or you got a screaming drug addict in front of you, a naked drug addict in front of your kids causing trauma, there's people having, literal drug addicts having sex on meth in front of kids. Parents are telling me they have to have their kids glued to an iPad in the backseat of their cars driving them to school.
He's painting a horrifying, damning picture of what progressives have done to Los Angeles, and many conservative pundits have tried to do this for years, but it sometimes takes a reality TV star who already has mastered the art of persuasion and entertainment, who has lived through this hell, to articulate it properly in a way that's really convincing to the average voter and to people who don't even live in California. This has really broken through. And he's not talking in lofty, idealistic terms. He's not being overly abstract or esoteric. He's just portraying very clearly that what's going on in Los Los Angeles right now is anarchy and hedonism. And he's saying, look, I'm not thirsty for power. I reluctantly have taken this role because I'm afraid that if I don't, nothing will ever change. And I don't want my family and my children to live in this dumpster of a place. Not everybody can just pack up and move to Florida, Texas, or a better state. Some people want to stick it out, and that's just not fair. They don't have to live like this. Spencer Pratt just wants citizens to live in a first world city again. And the fact that that even has to be said is itself a really powerful message. Spencer Pratt is Zohran Mamdani for common sense instead of radical Marxism. Like Zohran Mamdani, his campaign tactics have perfectly mirrored the city that he's trying to represent. He's not coming in with consultants and all kinds of external advice that is woefully out of touch with the city. Zohran Mamdani did man on the street videos, and that worked across New York City because it's a very walkable, neighborly type of place. He was chatting with voters on the ground and all the boroughs. He was hearing their concerns firsthand in Central Park, where so many New Yorkers go every single day. Los Angeles is not like that. It's Hollywood, it's entertainment, it's sprawling. And Spencer Pratt did campaign art that worked for that city, which is compelling, emotional cinematography.
Is this the house? It is. How do you get it out? I want to go in the airstream.
Heidi and I have been through hell together.
So here's a highly produced yet really raw video of Spencer's family standing literally on the rubble of their Palisades home that was destroyed in the fires. Regardless of whether Pratt wins the Los Angeles mayoral race or not, the odds are certainly stacked against him. It is a Democratic-dominated city, although a lot of people are waking up. There's no doubt he has a future in politics.
What people forget is they can't lower the costs of goods. The only thing you can do to make things more affordable as mayor, which I will be able to do, is put more money in people's pockets. We need to put more revenue in the city. We're over here, they're always asking me, how are you gonna balance this budget, Spencer? There's gonna be no money to do us. We should be the #1 city in the world. We should have money shooting out of ATMs. We're Los Angeles. There will be plenty of money when we let the systems work, when we let business work. How can you let business work if you have drug addicts going #2 and #1 in front of every cafe?
And I will say there's something very optimistic and uplifting about what Spencer Pratt is saying, even as he is indicting an entire class of Democratic leadership. He is refusing to be a cynic who says that Los Angeles is beyond saving. He is refusing to throw in the towel. He's saying, no, we are doubling down and we're gonna turn this ship around. He's saying it's not inevitable that this place is unlivable. This was all preventable, and it still can be reversed. Just enforce the laws, clean up the city so criminals and homeless people don't lay siege to it, so the law-abiding working class, innovators, business people can operate free from fear and harm, free from shoplifting risk, free from vagrants wandering in and having a mental health episode. That will enable economic prosperity to come back to the city because there will be more abundance. It will genuinely be a freer economy.
I keep trying to tell everyone that, they try to put me in a box. I didn't run to be a political party. I didn't run to be a politician. I ran because I experienced what city leadership failure at the ultimate level is. That's why I stepped up. That's what cuts through. So the media and everyone wants to jump on and be like, oh, Spencer's our guy. No, I'm the citizen. I'm the angry taxpayer. You can be a Democrat and love me. You can be a Republican and love me. The only people that don't love me are communists and socialists, and I don't want them to love me.
So Spencer Pratt's strategy is basically righteous anger. He's not preaching progressive ideas from a pedestal down to the average voter. His family has personally experienced the worst of Democratic policies. So his strategy is, I'm furious, and you are too.